So I'm going to load up my wood destructor toys, and we're going to deliver some of those buckets onto the other side of that flat roof, and then start taking apart so we can see what needs to be repaired underneath the tarp. This is a rear view of the damage area where the tarp is covering the mansard. The chimney, it's not a chimney, it's a parapet, there's no flue in it, will be rebuilt. The black flat roof will be coated with 100% silicone Firestone roof, and the shingles will be replaced. Alright, I've navigated us into this position so that we are in position to start removing the tile. We have the first bit of tile off. So here we are under the tarp a little bit, figuring out how this goes together and what's happened. This rafter, roof rafter, is a full 2 inches by 4 inches. It's the old dimension, and it's cracked. I'm not sure how. I think there's a heel cut here, and it sits on top of this I don't know, ledger board that's rotted. This is where we've come so far, and I'm figuring out how to put this back together. Alright, so we're in the attic space, and this view confirms that rafter, which is a 2x4, is only split up to here. So I could sister onto that and have it come down and bear onto this ledger, which is missing. And then we have this one here, which needs a new end, so I could sister onto that. And then this one here also needs a new end. And this, and it's more than a fascia, but because it's a kind of a structural element, it trails off. So I'm going to need to come back towards the front and do something with that. And it shifts down as though these lookouts have tilted forward, but there's no weight. The tile is all off of this, so there's no weight, and it looks like a triangle is formed from the ridge down to here, and then that sits on this lookout, but the lookout has tilted forward. How that could happen is beyond me, because the ridge would need to go up, and I doubt it's gone up. But anyway, this is lower and it needs to somehow be brought up. This one here is broken off, and what I could do is cut this here, cut that one there, put it all, put it like a 2x6 all the way back there. This is a 2x4, and use a yellow pine or some engineered structural element, and then that will come out and join this. It's kind of like a fascia board, but it's somehow a structural element as well, so I don't know what you would call it. Then this piece here Now, if I get these, if I get these sturdy again, I can put a board across it and use, see that down there, that dewalt thing is supposed to be capable of 300 pounds. And there's a way to turn it so that it pushes instead of clamps. And I would put that on top of lookouts that I built that would extend that to this. We know that this thing dives down to the left, so it needs to be repositioned, taken off. This thing needs to be replaced. We need to be able to get to this thing, so we're going to have to take off some of this sheathing and get back to here so we can tie in, and I won't know how far to get back into there until we take some of this off. This new 2x4 is just there because they needed something to nail the tarp to, so it serves no function. We're going to take out this stuff so we can start working. Alright, we're down to the original construction. These are the original dimensions that were used. There's no new wood in here anymore. Well, we can see what happened here. And this new one is just put there for the tops. This is the rafter that goes on top of a board, and it gets a heel cut, and you can see where it's split is where the part of the heel was not resting on this ledger. Maybe if it was resting on the ledger, it would have cracked that lookout, and that would be a more bigger problem than this. So, what to do about that?